Yes, I went back to the gym today. I'm trying to make it a daily thing. Got my little buddy here. I sat down to record my video. He's like, I want up in Daddy's lap. So, let him up here. Today, basically cardio day for me. I got on the stair stepper, and it's one of those it's one of the real stairs. It's like an escalator. I actually like it a lot better than other types of stair steppers. And it said I did 96 floors. Did that in like 30 minutes. So I was like, it's pretty good. I know here there's a really tall building, and they actually do a thing every year to where you run up the stairs. I think it's like only like 30 floors though. And I'm thinking, if I could get my speed up some, because right now I'm doing it, there's like, I think 10 levels in the machine. I'm doing it like going around 5 or 6. It was kind of funny though. There's a girl, she's around her like early to mid 20s, got on, because they only have 2 of these stair steppers, and she got on the machine next to me. And it's kind of like, and there's like a window right directly in front of these, so you can kind of, like, if you look at the window, you can kind of see the person next to you, like a kind of reflection of them, but a very muted one. And I could see that she looked over at me. It was like, and I kind of heard like a chuckle, and she got on, and it took her. I could tell she had never used the machine before, because it took her a second to start it. And she turned the level up to like 8, and she was on it for about 2.5 minutes before she stopped. It was like it was about to die. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, yeah, you gotta. I mean, yeah, I can start out really quickly, and I can keep going for quite some time, but I don't think that's as good as starting out slower and going for a longer period of time. I don't think it is, because what you're trying to do is get your heart rate into a target range. What she probably did is probably spiked her heart rate out at probably 200 to 250 beats per minute, and I'm trying to keep my heart rate between, like, I think it's like 130 and 160. I think it was the target rate. That's what I generally try to keep it between. I think it's a little bit wider range than that, but I try to keep it between that, because I'm 37 years old now, and I'm not as young as I used to be. I mean, when I was younger, I went really hard on things. I'd go until I was like about couldn't take it. I'd slow down a little bit. When I got to the point where I was like, okay, I can breathe, I'd speed back up. I'm like, yeah, I used to do things, like I've said before, I used to do like an Iron Man style workout, and there's no way I could do that now. Like, I'm not really too sore today from my workout yesterday. Right, like, really the sorest part is like my pec through here on both sides. My arms a little bit right here where I did the pull down thing. Mostly my left arm, because it is weaker than my right arm. So my right arm didn't really get as much of the workout as my left arm did. There is a teenage joke in there somewhere, which I'm going to leave alone. But yeah, I really like the gym. I gotta really get to the swimming pool here soon. Haven't done that yet. I haven't even went into it. I haven't went into the area yet, because the workout. When you walk into the gym, there's a basketball court, there's these dressing rooms, and then there's the pool. I've went to the dressing rooms, but on the second floor upstairs is where all the exercise bikes, weights, and weight machines and stuff are. So I've been up on the second floor mostly. Like, I've looked over into the pool. Like, it's got a glass. Like, you can, like, if you're on the exercise bikes, it overlooks into the pool. But I've never went in there yet. I want to go in there though. I want to do some laps. I want to get in the hot tub, in the steam room, and hopefully that might help me relax a little bit. Today, I tried to put the couch back in order, so because where we played past 2 days with building forts and everything, and like I folded up all the blankets, and basically they were all sitting on the couch. I should have moved them somewhere else because Adrian, he was playing around the floor and everything, didn't really pay much attention to it. And then after lunch, he loves Lightning McQueen from the Cars movie, and he was pushing his car on the floor and everything, and he just stopped, looked at the couch, and just ran for it and just started pulling everything off the couch. I was like, Adrian. It's pretty funny though, because he's tried to like make a little fort and everything, but he could never. He'd never unfolded the blanket completely, and he'd put like a pillow over it, but he'd pull it, trying to pull it to the other side. And as soon as he'd do that, the blanket would just pull off the couch, and kind of made him frustrated. So we built another fort and everything, but he got kind of tired of it pretty quick. I mean, he's been playing with it pretty much the past 2 days a lot. So after we built it, he kind of laid in it for a second and then got out and went and started playing with these other cars and everything. I think it's kind of funny though. I was kind of feeling bad. I was like, man, we get him cars and stuff like that, but should we get him another type of toy? And I'm thinking back when I was little, and I'm like, wait, what did I play with a lot? My favorite toys were micro machines, just little cars. I mean, I played with those. Oh gosh, so long. I had the little gas can. I had the airport. I had the battery. Like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there was this little gas can that you sit on the side, and the front and back would open. The front was a place that, like, the cars go down this hill, and there's a little parking area at the bottom. And the gas cap, not the cap, but the gas can had like a spout on it. Well, it had like a lid on it. Well, if you turn it, there was an elevator that would go up. So you basically put the car in at the top and the bottom, and you just turn it, and it would take it all to the top and the bottom. It was great. The battery. Let's see, which was the battery? Was that the airport? Oh gosh, I can't remember now. I remember the battery. I can't remember what it was. Also, one of my favorite ones, I had this micro machine hot rod shop, and basically it had 4 micro machines that had no tires over it. You had a selection of different size tires. You had these little engines you could put on, little spoilers, and like the wheels you could actually make on. You could like make the car have the stink bug stance. Know where to do this. Oh yeah, I love that thing. I played with that so much. And then I think like, oh wow, maybe cars aren't that bad for Adrian, because, well, I still have a freaking RC car that I play with a lot. So I'm like, well, my car's just got a little bit bigger. Like I got a big truck that I drive every day. So yeah, it made me not worry as much about getting cars. I do want him, like, I can't wait till he gets old enough to play with the regular size Legos, because I have a bunch of those. God, I love Legos. I still play with Legos all the time, and that's one of the things I'd like him to play with, because I do think toys like that. I mean, I don't know if it's really called education toys or not, but they're more imagination toys. It's like, okay, you think it up in your head and you have to figure out how to build it. I think that builds a type of mindset that helps in math, science, and things like that. Like spatial awareness type stuff. It's like, okay, if I want to build an airplane, okay, well, wings are triangles. I started to say fuselage, which is what it is, but to the kids, like, well, the middle part of the plane, you got the tail, and you kind of have to think, okay, what shapes can I use to build these? And you don't always have all the proper shapes in, like, so you have to make do with what you have. And I've seen some kids, I mean, barely can build anything, and some kids are like insanely talented at it. And I'm not saying I want him to just be talented at building Legos. I'd like him with spatial awareness type skills and that mindset I'd like him to have. Like right now, he has Mega Blocks, but he doesn't really like the bigger ones. I'm not surprised there's not one sitting around here somewhere close to me. But yeah, he kind of plays with them, kind of not. We've got a bunch of those. I bought a bunch at a yard sale, and we found a lot of them on sale places, and he has a bunch of those. So I'm trying to stick with Mega Blocks for this age, and then when he gets older, maybe move him into the Lego stuff. Because right now I have a bunch of Legos, and I have a bunch of like the Duplo, I think they call them, Legos for his age group, but they're not really compatible with the Mega Block stuff. So I'm kind of like, let's stick with one format so he doesn't try to like combine them together and they not fit together, because that'd just be a headache when he does that. So yeah, but he wants to keep throwing them everywhere. That's my problem. Is like he'll playing with his toys right now. Like every so often he'll just get in a mode where he just wants to, like, we have a baby gate up, so he can't go into the kitchen just whenever he wants. And so he'll just get in the mode. He just wants to throw everything over that gate into the kitchen. It's like, dude, come on. But yeah, he's 2 and everything, and they're plastic toys, and that's not going to break. So hopefully he'll get out of that and want to start building things, which every so often he does. He likes to stack things up, but actually building shapes and stuff like that, he's not really too much into that just yet. I know yesterday I talked about my favorite, my snacking weakness, those chips. I finished that bag off today. I am very sad to say about that. Oh gosh, I can't believe I've eaten it. In one day I ate an entire bag of chips. I try not to buy them all the time. I try to, like, if I buy them, I know I'm going to eat them way too quickly, so I might buy those chips maybe once a month, because I will go through, as soon as I open the bag, I just go straight through it. But one of my favorite snack drink, I guess you could call it, is something I don't know if somebody showed this to me or I saw it somewhere. I really don't know where I think what I'm thinking is it's a combination of something my colleague showed me. He said it's called a poor man's cappuccino. What he would do is when he did his coffee, he'd put chocolate milk, like hot chocolate mix in it, stir it up and drink it. That's how he liked it, which I did that for a while, and I was like, that's really good. But my favorite ice cream is the vanilla fudge swirl. Basically, it's vanilla ice cream with fudge in it. And I remember one time I just ran out of milk. We ran out of milk. I was like, ice cream's made out of milk. So I put that ice cream in my coffee, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so good. So now, every so often, I'll buy like the big fun packs that like Meyer, Kroger, or whatever. Basically, it's like the humongous things of ice cream. Like you get like for a party, I just get the fudge swirl of that, and I'll just put that in my, like right now I have a cup of coffee, and I have basically vanilla fudge ice cream in here. Oh god, it's so good. If you've never tried it before, my wife was, what in the world is that? Like one time she asked, what am I making? Because she saw me putting ice cream in a coffee cup, and then she saw me put it in my Keurig, and I was like, oh, I'm making a coffee float. You know, like a root beer float or something like that. She just rolled her eyes and walked on, but it's really, really good. So yeah, if you ever want to eat really unhealthy, take my snacking advice and eat an entire bag of chips and drink some coffee floats. I mean, What's the worst that can happen? Oh yeah, make sure you do the coffee float at midnight, which is when I am drinking this.